5 days at sea. Now, this is part of a youth initiative called the Helmsman Project, which aims to bring positive changes to young people's lives. We're joined in the studio now by the group's founder, Andrew Stainer, and one of the young people involved, Joe Toga. Welcome to you both. Good to see you.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Tell us a bit about this project. What's the aim?
Well, with all the bad news around, it's great to be involved in something that is focused on bringing the best out of young people. The Helmsman Project is a 12-week adventure-based coaching program that's designed to develop life effectiveness skills in young people, in particular hope, self-regulation and resilience.
Joe, from a totally different perspective, when you signed on to the Helmsman Project, why did you do it, and what did you think, and what do you think you'll get out of it?
I thought joining this project will build up my confidence and
make you get new skills.
Yeah, new skills.
And what does it feel like to be going on a boat? Have you ever been on a boat before?
No, this is my first time.
How are you feeling about that?
Well, we went on the 2-day one, so that was kind of alright. So, yeah.
Didn't get seasick, mate?
No.
That's good to hear. Good start. Andrew, why on water? How does the environment out there help with developing the skills you're hoping to engender or pull out of the kids? Why can't you just do it on land?
Yeah. No, it's a very good question. It's a question that we're frequently asked. The adventure blocks in week 4 and week 7 of the program are very important components of the program. The reason that we have them in there is that acquiring life effectiveness skills involves engaging with abstract concepts. The environment of a boat is completely foreign to most of the participants. It's challenging. It's a wilderness experience. It creates very, very intense experiences that help kids to understand the nature of some of the concepts that we work with in the coaching program.
Andrew, boats and sailing are often seen as privileges for people who have a lot of money, basically. How is it that you managed to get kids on a boat like this, and is it an opportunity that can be afforded to people who don't have the resources?
Well, it is. We're very fortunate to have backers of the program, both government, research grants, and corporates such as Barclays and Goodman, who provide the funds that we need to acquire the sailing experience. We feel that, in Sydney, we live on the harbour. We take it for granted. Many of the kids who come on the program they live in Sydney, but have never seen Sydney Harbour, have never seen the bridge, have never seen the Opera House. And we think that, providing the adventure education experience on the water is something that Sydney is just designed to do.
There are kids in Sydney, living in Sydney, who have never seen the bridge and the harbour.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. There are actually lots of kids who have not seen the bridge, the harbour, or been to the beach. It's almost unimaginable, but it's the case, it's the reality.
Josefa, you've come from Granville South High School, Sydney's West. Tell us about your classmates. Are they people who would have seen the harbour before? Is this an opportunity that they're sort of looking at you and saying, wow, this is really cool, why are you doing it?
Well, when I came back from the 2-day sailing trip, they wanted to know what was it like on a boat for 2 days, and I was talking about it, and all of a sudden they took interest in it, so they're thinking of to do it next year, so yeah.
So Joe, you're going to do this 5-day course, and you're going to develop on those skills you were telling us about that you've already got. What are you going to do when you come off the boat? How are you going to apply those skills? What's your dreams, mate? What do you want to be?
Well, my dream is to become a musician, and by doing that, from coming off the boat, will gain my confidence. So, because without confidence, you can't do anything. So, yeah.
Andrew, have you seen in the time you've been running this program, when kind of kids go on the boat, come off, what changes do you see in them, and do you see them applying those changes?
We've seen some amazing changes. We're running a significant research program to evaluate the outcomes of the program empirically, but anecdotally, I've personally had a mother come up to me and saying to me that she'd feared that she'd lost her son. He was drifting into the wrong direction, but the program had brought him back to the family. We had one person who had been experiencing some torrid stuff in her life, was very quiet and withdrawn, but at the end of the 5-day experience stood up in front of her mates who had been on the program and did a speech to the sailing instructors who had taken her to thank them for the program. That's something the principal of the school, the deputy principal, said she would never have done in the past. The confidence that they're able to bring out after the program is quite remarkable.
And how is that sustained once they return to life on the land, back to what they know, and they're out of that vessel, out of the teamwork that exists out to sea?
It's a really important question you ask, because many programs will deliver participants back into their sort of home system, as it were, and the gains that they've made are lost. So we have two ways in which we try to address that. One is that we work with kids on setting what we call WOW goals that transcend the end of the program and actually involve them engaging with objectives, projects that go beyond themselves to address others. That's the first thing. The second thing that we have is the alumni program, the Helmsman Project alumni program, and participants, graduates of the program, are invited to participate in the alumni program, which will take them through to the completion of their school career.
Andrew, what motivates you working with young people? And in a sense, if you don't let a young person find themselves in that crucial time of their life, how does that set them up or not set them up for an adult life?
You know, I think we all in our lives confront difficult situations. And for those of us who have developed the psychological skills that are required to deal with those and make smart decisions, we step over them. We step left, we step right, but we forge a path. There are many people for whom the acquisition of those life effectiveness skills, as we call them, is not automatic. And for them, therefore, some of the challenges that they confront in their life can actually lead them down a very wrong path. And so I and we on the Helmsman Project are really strongly motivated to take what we've developed and deliver it to kids for whom the program can make an enormous difference.
Andrew Stainer from the Helmsman Project, and Joe Toga, thanks very much for your time. And Joe, you've got to promise us, when you start your career as a musician, you have your first #1 hit, give us the first interview. Do we have a promise?
Yes, promise.
Good on you, mate.
See you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Sarah.